guys, today's video is going to be about affirmation tapes, which initially I didn't know, like about a month or so ago, I didn't know what they meant by tapes because I just call it recordings, you know, recording your affirmations in your own voice, but I guess the official term is affirmation tapes, and I'm going to discuss a few different methods you can use for this. There's not just one correct way to do it. You can record it and create it for free in so many different ways. So I'm going to talk about ones that I've tried that I know are the easiest, most accessible to pretty much everyone, and also, yeah, how I've kind of personalized them, my advice, my feedback, and hopefully you guys enjoy this topic. If you do, please thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. It would mean a lot to me, and I do have so much manifestation content coming up consistently throughout the week. So yeah, also leave below any comments or requests. I'd love to know what is the most in-demand topic for you guys that you want to see. That would be the most popular for my channel. So, you know, everyone wins basically. I also offer one-on-one coaching if you feel like you would like some personalized help and you want to get coaching with me, you enjoy my content, do take a look below. My Instagram LOA coaching is linked there and you'll find all the coaching information there. And let's just get started. So the first and potentially most popular is an iPhone app, and apparently this isn't available on Android devices. So you can take a look, but apparently it isn't. So I've just opened up my app store here, if you guys can see that. And it's the top one here, this one, Parrot. It's called the Parrot app, and that's what it looks like. So hopefully the camera focused there. If not, just to reiterate, it's called Parrot, as in the bird. So yeah, if you just type that in the App Store or even Google Play Store, whatever it is for Android, then you should be able to find it. There are alternatives. It doesn't have to be this one. The benefit of the Parrot app, and I don't want to show you my actual version of the app because obviously it has my own personal recordings, but basically you can click a button that if you just press play, it should automatically be set to the setting of looping the audio. So let's say you just recorded one, sorry, there are children screaming on the street outside. Let's say you just recorded one affirmation. My SP is so in love with me, and you said their name obviously, and you just need to say that once, and then you press play and it should loop it automatically. If not, it's an easy fix in the settings. I think there's just one button you can press and it will start looping your recording. So that's why it's perfect to use overnight, and I'll get more into the methods of what I recommend, what I've used, slightly more towards the middle and end of this video. But next point, again, there is an alternative for Android phones, and this is to use the voice notes section on the iPhone. Now, if you have updated to iOS 16, which I think literally just 16 is the most recent one, and that's the one that I currently have, they did actually update voice notes at some point. So basically, you can speed it up, slow it down, you can even skip silence. So you can skip moments in your recording where you've taken a break. So if you want to like do a rampage, listen to a rampage, quickly get through all your affirmations, loop, 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 and loop, you can listen to your recording sped up, slow down, whatever it is you need, whatever. If you want time to visualize, you can slow it down so then you have a wider gap to you know, take time to visualize the affirmation. However you want to use it, you can personalize that a little bit more as well. And I think you can even edit the recording. So if you've made a mistake but you created a really great, you know, recording a couple months ago, you can go back now and edit it, shorten it, you know, cut off any points at the beginning or end. I don't know if it's in the middle as well. But yeah, so you've got a bit of editing tools built in with the voice notes app, and I'm sure Android has something very, very similar. Either way, you can just record, you know, spend 5 minutes looping the same affirmation and use that during times of the day to get into SATS mode, listen to your affirmations, you know, visualize, and perhaps there is a looping option as well, but there should be Android alternatives in you know, your own app store that will let you loop the recording. It's not just the Parrot app. So next point is again for all my Apple users, and this is if you have like a MacBook Pro, I suppose iPads, I think even iPhones. I use Final Cut Pro. Sometimes I've edited longer kind of subliminals for myself, And this is another way of you making affirmation tapes. It doesn't have to be really loud, clear, audible recordings. It can be more of a subliminal, and because you'll be listening to it in your own voice, it will be super effective. It's the same as listening to normal recordings of your affirmation. Also, almost the exact same effect and impact of you speaking your affirmations, you know, looping them out loud verbally. So basically, I would just record, you know, I think initially I made like 100. I did a subliminal about my entire life because I know that was usually very, very popular. There are all these like combo subliminals on YouTube. So I was like, I'll just make my own. So I wrote down every possible thing I would want, you know, my physical features that would be ideal, life, money, career, relationship, everything. And it was literally like 30 minutes long. It only took me about 10 to 15 minutes to record it, but then I looped it over and over. So basically on Final Cut Pro, I did a voice recording and then I copy and pasted it about 2 or 3 times. And then I just downloaded some random music, like relaxing music, I think, and put that over so you could barely hear what was being said. And it just looped over and over for 30 minutes. And I think I made another one that was almost exactly the same as that, covering multiple topics about my life. And then I put my own personal music over it. So music I like, and I literally made it like 2 hours long. So it looped probably about 8 or 9 times, I would say. Quite a few times, you know, looping each set of, each recording was looped about 8 or 9 times. So basically each affirmation I heard 8 or 9 times. So yeah, that was really good. That was like something you can play for a couple hours. If you like to listen to music whilst working, you can still listen to your favorite songs, just download them in some way. You know, I think, yeah, if you already have them like in Apple Music or something, I think you can just, you know, move them over, copy and paste them into Final Cut Pro. So yeah, whatever it is, or you can download ones for free sometimes. So you can just copy and paste the song into the audio recording and then lower the volume of the recording. It's pretty simple, but if you do have Final Cut Pro or any other kind of editing software, this could be a really good option. So here are some tips and pieces of advice that I would recommend for how to actually use these recordings and tapes. I would recommend either sticking to one affirmation or just one topic, simply because it will manifest a lot faster. Your mind is absorbing that one specific desire so much faster. You're looping and looping and looping constantly, you know, whether it's all night long or for 3 hours, however long you're going to be able to play this during the day or during the night. It's going to saturate your mind a lot more. Therefore, it's going to conform into the 3D a lot faster because your subconscious mind is just being completely bombarded with this one new idea, right? So whether it's SP is so in love with me, I have my dream job, I have a tiny waist, like, I don't know, random things that I've seen people request. Those are probably quite popular demands, but, or desires, I should say. But yeah, it can be literally anything. And of course, if you stick to one affirmation, like I said, you're looping it a lot more. So logically, it's going to saturate into your mind so much faster. You're kind of, yeah, focusing on that one area. Also, just for one topic overall, I would recommend sticking to that if you can. Obviously, you can do anything you want. If you want 50 affirmations about your entire life, you can do that. But you're going to have to remember to be able to loop it consistently for a really long period of time each time you use it for it to have an effect. If you only listen to it once a week, it's going to take years for those things to manifest based on the affirmation tapes. Whereas if you're spending 8 hours a night, let's say using the Para app, looping one recorded affirmation, guess what? You're gonna probably dream about it, which is what I experienced. I dreamt about my recording, as in, not my actual recording, as in the content of it, the desire. I dreamt as if I already had it. You will probably see birds before land, signs, you'll start to feel better, your conscious mind might start to focus on it and bring up thoughts that align with that. And then obviously you may actually literally get your desire and your affirmation just from listening to the tapes. It is possible. It's obviously most powerful to affirm verbally or in your mind and do it consciously, so you're focusing your attention and your thoughts on it. But I've personally experienced it, and I've seen a lot of other people manifest just from affirmation tapes. So just to summarize, you can use any recording system. Obviously for free is better, we don't want to have to invest our money in it. So you've got voice notes, which is on any smartphone, should be. You've got the Parrot app, any other Android friendly recording app. You've got Final Cut Pro for editing. You've got iMovie on iPhones, which is free. You can edit on there if you want to. And yeah, you can personalize it, put in music, put in pictures, make it a whole movie. Sit down with a bowl of popcorn, add some images, you know, from your vision board of you and your SP, of whatever you want, and listen to the recordings, either listen to the affirmations or music or whatever you want. And yeah, you can turn it into like a fun activity. It doesn't have to feel like a chore. You can enjoy doing your affirmations. So yeah, you can record it on literally any format. It doesn't even matter how you record it. What matters is that you're able to loop it and it's being absorbed into your subconscious mind, and bonus points if it's also conscious mind. But you can make it into a subliminal where you can't hear it, but your subconscious mind takes in the information. Or you can do it literally out loud, like SP is in love with me, SP is in love with me, and loop it, loop it, loop it. So I would personally recommend using it overnight. I would say it's best when your conscious mind is asleep, so there are no, there's no resistance being thrown at the affirmations. It's going straight into your mind. The doors to your mind are wide open as you're sleeping, to describe it with a metaphor. But any time of day you use it will still benefit you. Any time during your day, 24 hours period, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, you're on the way to work, whatever, it's always going to be beneficial to focus on your affirmations in some way. So maybe when you first wake up, if you're able to, and as you're falling asleep, and during the night until you wake up, have it playing, have it looping. But if you're not able to do that, that's okay. You'll still be able to manifest, and it will still have a beneficial result on your subconscious mind any time of day. Those are just my personal tips. So hopefully this all made sense. Hopefully you guys found some value from this. Let me know your own tips and advice if you use this method. I think it's quite popular now. So leave your own pieces of advice, feedback if you've tried this out in the comments below. And yeah, do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.